We're going into the toy box with Incredibles 2, so let's get cracking! Hello all my explorers, and welcome back to Loren's Adventures Out There. And if you're new, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. My name is Loren, and I'm with Castles, Capes, and Clones, where we discuss everything in the Disney universe. We talk Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, The Muppets, 20th Century, National Geographic, Disney Plus, Hulu, ABC. If it is about Disney, we're talking about it. So if you like that kind of content, we'd love it if you would subscribe to our channel, hit the bell for notifications, and do like this post. It really helps us with the algorithms to be found by more people to watch our channel. Before we start this video, we wanted to say, without the labor of writers and actors, we would not be able to talk about the Disney content we do on this channel, such as today's deep dive into Incredibles 2. We support the efforts of the Writers Guild of America and SAG-AFTRA strikes. Okay, we are continuing our series Inside the Toy Box, which is our look at the films of Pixar Animation Studios in chronological order. We started with Toy Story, and we will be going to the latest film, Elemental. Today, we are going to be talking about 2018's Incredibles 2. Incredibles 2 finds the Incredibles both trying to restore the public faith in superheroes, while at the same time deal with the new family dynamics, with Bob becoming a stay-at-home dad, while Helen goes out as the face of superheroes. At the same time, an unforeseen force threatens to undo all the work that they are doing. After Ratatouille was released in 2007, Brad Bird said that he was open to a sequel to The Incredibles, but the story would have to be even better than the first. By 2014, Disney CEO Bob Iger announced that a sequel would be made. Bird started a script in 2015, saying the film would be his next film after Tomorrowland, his live-action film for Disney. By this time, the Marvel Cinematic Universe had become the norm for superhero movies, and Bird wanted to differentiate the story from that. He said, quote, "I don't think that kind of idea stays interesting for very long. For me, the interesting thing was never about the superhero part of it. It was about the family dynamic, and how do superhero things play into that," end quote. He said he wanted to include some unused ideas from the first film, while at the same time the story would focus more on Helen, aka Elastigirl. While the film came out 14 years later after the first, the sequel would start right after the first film. In November 2016, Pixar announced that Holly Hunter and Samuel L. Jackson would reprise their roles, and during the 2017 D23 Expo, Craig T. Nelson and Sarah Vowell were announced to also return. Spencer Fox, the original voice of Dash, would be replaced by the younger Huckleberry Milner. Later that month, Bird and John Ratzenberger were also confirmed as reprising their characters. In November 2017, Pixar announced that Bob Odenkirk and Catherine Keener had joined the cast. In January 2018, it was announced that Sophia Bush and Isabella Rossellini would voice new characters Void, and the Ambassador, while Jonathan Banks would voice Rick Dicker after the original voice, Bud Lucky, retired and then subsequently passed away. The film was dedicated to Bud Lucky. The advantage of doing the sequel so many years later is that both technology and animator experience caught up. Producer John Walker said, quote, "I think that one of the things that excited Brad and Ralph Eggleston, the production designer, was that the technology existed now to finally realize the designs in the way that they had hoped to realize them in 2014. There were no notions of, well, we don't know how to do long hair, we don't know how to do humans, we don't know how to do muscles. Everybody knows how to do it. It's just a matter of doing it quickly." Michael Giacchino returned to score the film. In addition to the film score, it included the theme songs for Mr. Incredible, Frozone, and Elastigirl, heard in the credits, as well as a bonus version of the song sung by Disney's a cappella group, De Cappella. Incredibles 2 grossed $608.6 million in the United States and Canada, and $634.2 million in other territories, for a worldwide total gross of $1.242 billion. Critically, Rotten Tomatoes scored it 93% fresh, with the critical consensus stating, "Incredibles 2 reunites Pixar's family crime-fighting team for a long-awaited follow-up that may not quite live up to the original, but comes close enough to earn its name." So, what did I think of The Incredibles? I actually really enjoy it. It's not as good as the original film, but there are a lot of really nice moments in it. I like the fact that Elastigirl was chosen to be the face of superheroes, and so there's a switch of where Bob, Mr. Incredible, was the breadwinner. Now Elastigirl would be that, and Mr. Incredible would have to deal with the household problems and help the kids with school. I thought some of the things like new math, I thought was hilarious because I was trying to teach my nephews some math, as bad as I am at it, but I did not understand any of the math that they would be doing, so I thought that that was really a kind of funny part of it. Um, I actually don't remember liking it as much as I did this last time that I watched it. There was just some fun, nostalgic things about it. I do think that it got kind of sloppy at the end where they had all of these superheroes, but only the Incredibles were working to save the Ambassador. And it didn't make a lot of sense to me, but, oh well. It's probably budgeting issues and things like that. But it did very well. There's talks, I think, of a third film. They always talk about what they could and couldn't do, but I would imagine one day there will be a third Incredibles film, and I will be looking forward to seeing that. Anyway, did you see Incredibles 2? And if you did you love it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comments below. And if you had a good time today, we'd love it if you would subscribe to our channel, hit the bell for notifications, and do like this post, as it really does help us out. Thank you so much, and we will see you later. Bye!